Well, look who it is. Back by popular demand. Hendo, Yolanda, Hendonda Show. Hendo, good
Awesome.
evening. How are you doing?
I'm tired. I'm really tired. I've gotten like 2 hours of sleep in the last 40 hours. I want to go to
Oh,
bed.
okay, well, we'll keep the stream at least, we'll just keep it to a 2 hour stream and then we won't go beyond that. And so that Hendo can get some rest.
Yeah.
Family, good to see you. Thank you all so much for joining and hanging out with us tonight. We've got some interesting things that could possibly might be in the works for the Baltimore Ravens, and we are just here to talk about it. Number one, because we heard you, we listened. You guys wanted to see Hendonda. We're back.
It's not a
But
thing.
yes, it is. It is.
Not a thing.
Hope everyone is doing well. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for coming by. Listen, what did you think when you first saw the on social media, Hendo, that Lamar Jackson was boarding a plane
Mhm.
heading to Baltimore?
I got a little excited. We had the coaching news and everything, so that is almost to its end. And it's like, not much more news. We're just going to wait around and see what happens with Lamar so we can get this offseason started. Then we head at Lamar's board in a plane. What other reason would Lamar have to come to Baltimore? Because he doesn't need to come here to take part in the coaching search. The only other reason would possibly be to sign an extension. Now, this is really, really important to us because that frees up a lot of money and allows us to make some moves. We are a month and a day away from the start of the new league year where we can start to sign free agents. I think we're about 3 weeks away from franchise tags. So with Lamar being in Baltimore, it gives us an opportunity to set this lineup. Most importantly, hopefully free up a little bit of money for us
Mm.
to re-sign our center. I know a lot of people weren't happy with what Linderbaum did last season, but where else are we going to go? What other avenue are we going to take? Are we going to draft a center? Are we going to convert a guard over to center? Like, what will we do? So this frees up a lot of cap space for us with some other moves that the Ravens could potentially make. This is a good thing. Like, this offseason has just been a breath of fresh air. Like, we at the end of the season, everybody was upset how it ended, but this could truly be something, especially with seeing the Super Bowl and what Mike McDonald did in his second season. And
Mm.
I've been seeing a lot of reports stating that Jesse Minter is like a Mike McDonald clone. They coach together here. Like, there are a lot of similarities. And if there are, we could potentially see the Ravens in the playoffs, potentially see them in a Super Bowl. Hopefully this is the start of something new. So how do you feel about seeing Lamar back in Baltimore?
I love it, but I tried to not get too excited because we don't know why he's coming back to Baltimore, as Hendo said. And look, if it means that he's coming here to sign that deal, get him done, free up. I think someone said in the chat about Ty. Hey there, how you doing? I hope you had a wonderful birthday yesterday, Ty. Hope you
Yeah, happy
enjoyed
birthday.
celebrating with your family. Jasmine, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I hope that it means that, hey Justin, I hope that it means that Lamar Jackson is here to stay. And if we can free up 40 mil in cap space, let's get it. Let's
Mhm.
do it. And um Huh. You were right, Hendo. It is like a breath of fresh air because every off season in the last for several years, we've kind of been upset at how the season ended, but we didn't really know what we had to look forward to because we were going to see the same old repeat itself. Sans us picking up a person here and there in the draft, or sans us picking up someone in free agency. Okay, fine. But other than that, what did we really have to be optimistic about? And right now, I feel a sense of optimism for this team, and I'm hopeful. I've seen reports that Lamar was involved in the hiring process of the head coach, the offensive coordinator. I'm hearing that he was a part of it or had something or, was able to give his input, which is wonderful because you want to make sure that at the end of the day, your franchise quarterback, the one who you've invested so much in terms of, hey, we're paying you a really big contract because we believe in you. Now it's time to show me that you believe in me. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, it's around 30 mil. I appreciate that. Hey, Big Woke, good to see you.
What's up, yeah?
I see Just Toronado is pulling up in the red car. Good to see you. Tora presented just a little while ago, and it was amazing. So she has me thinking about how we can get better and be better as community builders.
Mhm.
So, but I see Kimberly's here too. Thank you. Thank you. How are you all feeling in the chat when you hear that during the offseason, Lamar Jackson is now headed back to Baltimore for reasons we don't know. So this is all just, hey, we hoping that it's for the reason that we think, and we'll hear an announcement here, very soon that a deal got done with Lamar, and he's going to be here for several more years, and we free up that cap space. How are you guys feeling? Let us know.
It's got to be nothing but optimism. And yes, thankful to be alive. I want to be alive when Lamar hosts that Lombardi Trophy, because I know this offseason we're going to be inundated with Sam Darnold, first quarterback in the 2018 class to go to and win a Super Bowl. Of all the quarterbacks that were selected, he may have been the next to the last one that people predicted would win. Josh Rosen being the first, even though he didn't make it in the league but 3 or 4 years. But I need Lamar in my lifetime to make it to that Super Bowl. Even if he doesn't win it, I hope he wins it if he gets there. But I just need him to get there to quiet and quell some of the noise about him not being able to make it. And what we've seen, if you actually watch the playoffs, the Seattle Seahawks defense created a lot of turnovers.
Yep.
A lot of turnovers. The offense didn't have any turnovers in the Super Bowl, but more importantly, even some of the teams like Drake May with the Patriots, Bo Nix, those teams turned the ball over offensively, but they were still in games. And that's something that we haven't seen with the Baltimore Ravens. So hopefully with this new coaching staff, with new schemes, just the way that we go about practicing, we can start to create these turnovers, because we've said it so many times. In 8 playoff games with Lamar Jackson, this defense has only forced 2 turnovers. 2 turnovers. So as dominant as they've been, when they've been the number 1 defense in the league with Mike McDonald, we got to the playoffs and we just can't seem to turn the ball over. And the craziest stat of all to me is, throughout Lamar Jackson's career, in all of his playoff games, do you know that he has never started a drive in opponent's territory? That is crazy to me.
He's never started a drive in the opponent's wow.
Right. So you expect him to go the length of the field every time he touches the ball.
Every time. That means your defense couldn't get you, like you said, a turnover and get you good field position. Not one time, not once. Wow. Well, like you said, you're hopeful. You have some confidence or a little bit of hope in that. Hey, it's going to be different this year. It really, I think we have to believe that, because when you hit rock bottom, hey Nitro, so good to see you. Thank you for being here. I hope you are doing well. I hope you're okay. That means a lot. So it's good to see you back. And you're in my prayers, you're in our thoughts. We are all standing behind you. We stand right there with you. Trust and believe, Nitro. We got your back. But when I think of I guess when I think of Lamar and the possibility that we can have Lamar as our quarterback for several years, I get really excited about it, because trust me, you see all of the talks about the Raiders wanting to, are interested in Lamar Jackson, this team and that team, and they're interested in Lamar Jackson to the so-and-so and Lamar Jackson to the such and such, Lamar Jackson to the, you hear it. And you want to say, no, it's not going to happen. Lamar has a no trade clause, but Lamar could ask for a trade though.
I don't see that happening, but it could.
Right. I don't see it happening, but let him get disgruntled enough.
I mean,
let anybody get disgruntled enough.
Facts. But I mean, he shouldn't be disgruntled now. Everything that he's gone through in the John Harbaugh era is now behind him. He starts everything anew. He has an offensive coordinator that I believe he wanted and believes in. And we just start all over. We have to just wait to see what EDC has up his sleeve as far as that big splash is concerned, that splash trade move. But the most concerning thing to me is not even with the speculation that Lamar could go to the Raiders or anything of that sort. What's crazy to me is if you go to the Baltimore Ravens website and you watch the people talk about the Ravens who are supposed to be Baltimore Ravens fans, they're sitting there talking about, yeah, I'll take a first round pick, Max Crosby, in 2 seconds for Lamar Jackson. Now, if we were to do something like that, okay, we get the number 1 overall pick. Do we take Mendoza? We got Max Crosby. We got 2 seconds. Who's going to come in here and lead this team? You may be better defensively with those players, but who's going to lead this team? Lamar Jackson, I don't care who the coach is. I don't care what defensive players you bring in here. Lamar Jackson is the Baltimore Ravens. And without him, we do not go far, with a new coaching staff or not. Because currently, the way that this team is constructed, we don't have much. We have Zay Flowers. We have Derrick Henry. We technically right now have 2/5 of an offensive line. Okay, I don't.
Okay, all right.
2/5, like, well, actually 1/5. If you want to be real about it, well, not 2/5, 2/5. So I'm just saying, y'all can wish for Lamar's downfall and for him to go to another team. Watch how the Ravens are. If you weren't fans when Kyle Bowler was the quarterback, Anthony Wright, guys like Jeff Blake, if you weren't fans then, you will not realize what it was like to be a Baltimore Ravens fan. We have lived through the misery of years of having this franchise not have a quarterback and be a defensive-minded team and not do anything. Even a year with Steve McNair, we won 13 games, and the defense was dominant. We shut Peyton Manning down, but because we couldn't score points and we didn't have a quarterback that could get the job done, we lost in the playoff in the wild card round. So y'all keep wishing for Lamar to be gone, and then when it happens, you can be sitting there looking stupid, wondering why we're not winning.
You know, I'm gonna get to that. You made a couple of statements, and I see a couple of comments here. Hey, Nana, good to see you.
Hey,
Thanks for
Nana.
being here. Thank you, Kamal, for joining. Hey, in Mun Ave, we appreciate it. We do have our first super chat donation tonight coming through from Mad Rasta. Thank you for the $10 donation. He writes, why would Lamar sign with a team that wasted most of his career and colluded to not give him guaranteed money? He had to play out his full rookie contract. He can't trust EDC making this roster up. And I take your point. I would 100% agree with you if we still had the same head coach and personnel at the helm that we had a month ago. I would agree. I would say, I don't know a reason why Lamar would want to stay. We have something new now, and only time will tell. I'm excited about it, and I think I saw someone in here earlier say that they were cautiously optimistic. I'm treading on that as well. I think it was Dre Dog. I'm trending that way as well. I'm cautiously optimistic. Now it's about seeing if our new head coach, if our new offensive coordinator, if our new leadership is going to live up to everything that they said that they're going to do. And for Lamar, I would think, hey, he was invited to these meetings. He was a part of these discussions as to who we bring in, kind of who directs this team and, takes us to the next level. So why would he sign? Because it's different now. How different will it be? Time will tell. But thank you for the super chat.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, listen, I understand everything that you're saying. And me as a person, I would feel the exact same way. I played out my rookie deal. You made me play on my 5th-year option. You could have given me a cheaper extension beforehand, did some other things, signed some players when I was on my rookie deal. I get all that. I liken this to a bad relationship. You're in a relationship and you love somebody and they've been doing wrong the whole time. But when they finally start doing right by you, why would you leave them then? You have to at least give them the opportunity to prove that they're really about you. John Harbaugh's gone. His power structure is now gone. We have a new head coach that players seem to love. Like, his former players speak glowingly about him. He has a sharp defensive mind. He brought in an experienced defensive coordinator who he said himself, hey, he knows how to motivate guys. He knows how to get things going. So now I know defensively from the last 2 years, we're going to be so much better.
Yeah.
Now, if EDC goes in there and he works on his offense, if we go into the draft and we get some guys to protect Lamar, we go into free agency and build around Lamar, he can finally say, you know what? I believe in this team. Now, he can still get an extension and request a trade later on. Like, he can still do these things, but I think that he is just a loyal individual. He doesn't make waves. Even when he is frustrated, we've seen the body language over the past couple of seasons. Even when he's at his most frustrated, he's still about this team. He loves the city of Baltimore. He loves the people. He loves the team. And I think that loyalty is what's carrying him over and making him want to stay. But I get your point. It's just that when things are turning around, why would you want to leave at that time?
Rakeem, he's in here causing trouble. Don't even pull up Rakeem's comment because no, not today. But the thing is with Lamar, and Hendo, you've alluded to it or you've said it before. Lamar has become more vocal, and we need to see him yet still become even more vocal. If there is something that he is not aligned with or he's in disagreement with, he will have to be the one to speak up. I don't know that he hasn't spoken up heretofore. Hey, Jeff, I don't know that he has, or I don't know that he hasn't. But what I can say from the body language that we saw from Lamar, and not just Lamar, everyone on the team. I mean, you look at just about all of our players. They just look downtrodden. They look terrible. They just look unhappy. They look discontent, disconnected, whatever word you want to use. They looked all of that. But now it's time. It's time for us to say, okay, you look at how the Seattle Seahawks rebuilt that entire organization, restructured everything in 2 seasons under Mike McDonald. I think I asked this in one of the previous live streams. With all of our changes that we're making to the coaching staff, with everything that we're seeing, what is the Super Bowl window that you give the Ravens now? What is it, Hendo, for you?
Ooh, it's all dependent upon how healthy you keep Lamar. Like, I thought even with the deficiencies we had on defense, if they could have kept Lamar healthy, if EDC would have taken this offensive line seriously 2 years ago when he promised us that it would be good in 2025, if he hadn't taken so many hits through the first 4 games and stayed healthy, we would have made the playoffs. Will we have gone to the Super Bowl? That's debatable. But at least we would have had an opportunity. So his Super Bowl window is as long as they can keep him healthy. A lot of people are saying, well, he's not as fast as he used to be. If he can't use his legs, if he's not able to utilize his run game, then we're not going to do anything. Lamar Jackson, through the first 4 games of the season, led the league in touchdown passes, #1 in quarterback efficiency. So for me, he proved that he doesn't have to run. So our Super Bowl window is open as long as Lamar Jackson's healthy and this team provides a team around him. You spoke about it before. We saw the Seattle Seahawks defensively. How many people can actually name starters on this defense? You can pick out a couple guys here and there, but you can't name any superstars. We have superstars on this defense. We have guys that we've seen with Mike McDonald coached up correctly, have some of their career years. Roquan Smith was doing his thing. That's why he got that contract extension. We saw Marlon ball out. Yeah. We saw Nate Wiggins up and well, Nate Wiggins wasn't. I mean, he wasn't with Nate Wiggins. We saw, who was it? Matabike do his thing. You know
Kyle
what I'm saying?
Hamilton.
Kyle Hamilton had one of his best seasons. But Kyle, if they put him in the proper position, he's going to do what he needs to do. But if you have the right guys to put people in position and you surround your stars with a supporting cast, now that goes back to EDC and the depth that the Ravens fans have professed to the clouds that we've had for so many seasons. And when people went down, we saw we didn't have that depth. So now it's about roster building. We have the coaches that, to me, is a breath of fresh air because they speak about we. They speak about us. They talk about how we can come together as a team, and it's not the coach's team. It's not just the players' team. It's our team, and how can we collectively get better as a whole? So once you put that onus on everybody and everybody has a piece of that responsibility, it makes things a little bit better. But now you have to hold EDC's feet to the fire with his job on the line, because Bishotti was like, hint, hint, wink, wink, nod, nod. Like, bro, coaching staff last season, this season, everything is on you. So hopefully we can go out here and get some guys and get some pieces. The Ravens have a lot of work to do, and that Lamar Jackson extension is going to help out tremendously because right now we currently have about 22 free agents on the board, some guys that we may need to bring back, some guys that we definitely need to let go because it's 2026 and you don't need a fullback.
You do need a fullback. I addressed that in my last video. You need a fullback, and you need a fullback because unless we can guarantee, and if somebody is in the chat who can do it right now, let me know. Unless we can guarantee that EDC is going to nail it this offseason, free agency and or the draft, and bring in some guards and tackles for this team, you need a fullback. Why? Because here's the question. I know it sounds silly, but really think about this. Are we bringing Daniel Falele back as a starter? Wait. It's not about should we bring him back. That's not the question. The question is not, should we bring Daniel Falele back? Everybody can go ahead and say, no, we don't need him. But my question is, with right now, with the way EDC has demonstrated how he handles off seasons, can we guarantee that Falele is not going to be on this team next year?
Like Charles Barkley said, I guarantee he will not be back. For one thing, to bring him back, even though he may not get top of the market money, he has to be paid like a starter now. He's been a starter the last 2 seasons, so you have to give him a starting salary for an offensive guard. We are already cash struck. You know, we're hamstrung with salary cap right now. So why would you waste some money on a guy that may not even be your starter? John Harbaugh probably has his eye on him because the loyalty between him and that family. So I
don't know about that, because if John Harbaugh had his eye on loyalty like that, why isn't Zach Orr his defensive coordinator?
Because
he's smart
enough to know with the New York media, if he would have brought Zach Orr in,
bring in. Okay, they have a very good quarterback in New York. They have an up and coming QB. You bring in Daniel Falele to protect this new, young, up and coming quarterback. And now all of a sudden, who you have protecting you is the one who's always turned around looking at you like, what am I supposed to do? Him. You don't think that New York media is going to roast him for that?
Are we talking about the same head coach that brought in Matt Nagy as the offensive coordinator? The one guy in the NFL that can make Pat Mahomes look pedestrian.
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
But I mean, I'm just going by what you said. You like, why didn't he bring Zach Orr? If he's got that loyalty to him, you know, you in with Harbs. Harbs was going to tell you that Zach Orr was the guy. If Harbs had kept his job here, we would have Zach Orr as our defensive coordinator right now. So why isn't he over there with him?
He was trying to sabotage his team. He was trying to sabotage his team.
Fair enough.
There's no other way to explain it. How you can sit there and say, you know what? I'd rather be fired than let go of my personal friends. But then you get a new opportunity where you said, I'm not signing a contract unless I get a certain amount of power. You already have a general manager in place, but I'm not reporting to him. I'm reporting to the owner, and I need to be able to have some of my demands met. And when you had that opportunity, the guy that you rode for and you spoke glowingly about last season, even though the offense was doing its thing, you talked about the offense failing you and the defense being good and up and coming and things that you saw in practice. But when you had the opportunity to sign this guy, you didn't do it. So it can't be anything other than sabotage, to me, in my opinion.
Okay. And that's fair. That's fair. If that is your answer as to why John Harbaugh wanted to keep Zach Orr on this team, but yet did not bring him in as his defensive coordinator. All right. Well, it was sabotage to this team. Let's go with that. Next question I have for you. And again, these are serious questions. I promise I'm not trying to be funny.
Trolling.
I'm not trying to troll tonight. Like, I know Daniel Falele has no business being because he's not a starter on any team right now. What team would he start today? If the regular season were to begin tonight, what team would he start on?
Probably the Cleveland Browns.
No. Todd Monken got better. Todd Monken got better sense than that. No. I disagree. With you.
Listen, only because they have 4 free agents on the offensive line.
That's fine. And I still think Todd Monken be like, no,
Jets,
we're not doing that.
Jets, Oakland.
Oakland.
Yeah,
okay. The Jets. Look, I don't even think that. No.
Yeah, so he's gone. He's gone.
Yeah.
We have too many priority free agents that we need to resign. We have some guys that we need to bring in to make this roster better. I don't think that Jesse is going to come here and say, you know what, we're going with status quo. Andrew Voorhees is not going to be a starter. I guarantee. I don't
know about that one. Wait. You have too many other problems. You have a lot of problems right now. Don't stop it. Okay. I don't want Andrew Voorhees to be a starter. I agree. Same question, chat. On what team would Andrew Voorhees be a starter? If the regular season started tonight, what team?
Florida Gators.
What NFL team? And leave my college team out of this now. You leave them out of this. Okay, exactly. There is no NFL team that you can name.
Toronto Argonauts.
Go sit down. Stop
He's
it.
not.
Stop.
Listen. He's not starting on
Someone
this team.
just said that in the comments.
Right.
As soon as you said that. No, I'm sorry. He's not starting for the Browns. He can't pop Warner. Ouch. Ouch. Yeah.
But a lot of Ravens fans was banging the table for him. Oh, he's gonna be so great for us. The thing is, for me, it's funny because Falele gets all the smoke because of the optics of just watching him just do ballet moves on the football field. But Andrew Voorhees was worse. Yes, Andrew Voorhees was the worst guard. He was the worst guard on this team. But for some reason, he doesn't get that smoke. He will not be a starter on this team.
He didn't turn around and look at Lamar as much as Falele did. No, Falele would turn around and look at Lamar like, what do you want me to do? Like, dude, turn around. Figure it out. Yeah. So he would most likely be a backup this year. That's what I'm saying. I can see one of them, Falele or Voorhees, being a backup, but I just don't want either of them on the team. That's my preference. I mean, Voorhees, obviously, he's still under contract. I think he has one more year. So he's coming back. He's coming back. Forget it. But Daniel Falele, no. He doesn't need to be here, but I'm not convinced that he won't be.
Oh, he'll be on the team because he's cheap. He's on a rookie deal. He'll be here.
No, not Daniel Falele.
Oh, I thought
I'm saying Daniel Falele. I said, Voorhees is coming back. Absolutely. He's still got one more year on his rookie deal. But my point was about Daniel Falele. He doesn't need to come back, but that wasn't the question.
He said Falele was telling him, throw the damn ball. Get it out.
I think I saw my girl in here. I think I saw Florence in here. I appreciate you, Florence, for joining. Thank you. But wait, Hendo, Falele big behind was always on the ground and you can't miss him. And that's the thing. Even though you might say statistically, Voorhees was worse, like you said, Hendo, the optics of Daniel Falele being so big and having no push and always turning his tail around, looking at Lamar, that's something.
Voorhees is on the ground a lot too.
It just seemed like you're right. Both of them had that, but to me, it was always Daniel Falele without fail. Now here's Falele going to the Bills. I love it, Rakib. You hear that? You getting a new guy to protect your quarterback. I love that.
Josh Allen's going to need it because his guard is a free agent and his center is a free agent. So their offensive line could look markedly different next season. So Rakib, don't talk slick.
Don't be talking too much, Rakib. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you. I think it just went. Let me see if I can get the name. Concrete. Thank you, Concrete, for subscribing. Welcome to the family. We do appreciate you. I am 3 subscribers away from hitting my next goal.
Let's get that right.
3. I need you to do me a favor. Go and subscribe to Ravens Talk with Yolanda. But yes, good to see you, Professor Smith. So glad to see you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you. So good to see you. Here's my question. Moving on from Daniel Falele. And I said earlier, I'm not trying to be funny. What are we doing with Mark Andrews? We just extended him like 5 days ago. I mean, literally, a couple of months ago. He got this big deal. He got his extension. What are we doing with Mark Andrews? Hendo.
Well, we talked about this before we started. And you said, what can we do? We just signed him. Well, we signed John Harbaugh to an extension and we fired him. We did the same thing with Brian Billick. But what essentially it is Mark Andrews' deal is essentially a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
So they can trade him, eat the cap hit or whatever, the dead money, and move on. Like, they can do these things. If there's a team out there that wants Mark Andrews and this new coaching staff, because this was obviously a John Harbaugh thing. He thought that he was coming back and he was bringing his guys back around with him.
Mm-hmm.
If Mentor and his staff believe we can get some value for him, maybe re-sign Isaiah Likely, maybe go out and get a Kyle Pitts. I believe Charlie Kolar is coming back because he's not going to be that expensive unless he's trying for more opportunities in the pass game. Outside of that, we can take that hit. Like, Mark Andrews is not that prevalent on this team. I understand he used to be Lamar Jackson's security blanket, but playoff Andrews, we don't need him.
Okay. Why, when I was looking for the thumbnail and I Googled Mark Andrews, I put in Mark Andrews. See, you got to stop saying that. The next thing I'm going to put in is Pat Ricard or whatever you
Hard,
call him.
hard or Ricard?
We're keeping Pat Ricard and I move on.
No, we're not keeping Pat Ricard.
Yes, we are. We're absolutely keeping Pat Ricard. Do we need to? Yes.
We
Should we? No. But are we going to? Of course. Because what if our offensive line doesn't do well? This new and improved O-line that we're supposed to get.
Right.
This new and improved O-line that we desperately need. What if it doesn't look right? Who are you going to have out there blocking?
Why would you think that we would go through all of these changes and not address the biggest need on this team?
I didn't say we didn't address it. That's not what I said.
No,
I said, let's say we bring in a guard that's similar to a Daniel Falele.
Why would,
or we bring in...
Then we might as well bring back Falele.
I didn't say as bad. Okay, maybe they're 1.5 steps above Falele. Maybe there are 2 steps above Voorhees, but it's still not great. It's a little bit better. It's not an F, but maybe the offensive line is a D- now or a D. Okay. You improved it. Did you not? Is a D better than an F? Last I checked, it was.
Yes.
So my question, let me ask my question. My question is, what assurance do you have, even with this new coaching staff? What guarantees, what assurance do you have that whoever you bring in for this O-line is going to make it like, yes, this is it. This is the type of wall we needed for Lamar Jackson.
Mm-hmm. 2 words for you. Mm-hmm. George Warhop. No longer here. And I think that more importantly, in the conversations, like one thing that we learned this offseason was that Bisciotti's been having a lot of conversations with Lamar Jackson. And Lamar's not a public guy. He's not going to get out here and bash his team, bash his teammates. But I'm sure that he told him, like, listen, if we're going to sign this extension, one, I need a new head coach. I need you to bring some people in here that are going to take this team to the next level. And more importantly, I need you to block for me. I cannot, especially in his age now, he cannot continue to take these hits. For years, even when Lamar was running, he never took big hits. He protected himself. But the blindside hits that we saw him take this season is not going to go on. If you sign him to an extension and he's going to be the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, why would you not protect that investment? That would just be stupid. Bisciotti wants to win a Super Bowl so he can sell his team. He wants to sell his team because he doesn't want to give it to his family because he don't want them bickering. So why would you sit there and say, let's get Lamar out of here, have to find a new quarterback and go through this rebuilding process? I guarantee you, they may not go out there and get the A-list, the creme de la creme of guards, but they're going to get you serviceable starting level guards to protect Lamar Jackson. I guarantee that.
Yeah, but we had serviceable, we throw that.
Where?
Hold on a second. Listen to what I'm saying. People were saying our guards are serviceable. Someone told me, I kid you not, 1.5 years ago, our guards are really good. Our O-line is going to be just fine. Our O-line is serviceable. That's what I was told. I didn't believe it. But what I'm saying is, hey, people think that our offensive line right now is serviceable. Not great.
We were also told Harbaugh Recall was the second most important Raven on his team.
You could call him the man that.
Listen, first of all, you didn't see him during the Bad Bunny performance. He was ready to send that tweet. He just didn't send it.
Hey, Tanja, thanks for being here. Thanks for joining. But I'm standing by that. I'm standing by what I said. We bring Pat Ricard back, the end. But going back to Isaiah. Okay. And I think someone mentioned earlier, I think it might have been Jeff J. Lamar is loyal to Mark Andrews. I would agree with you, Jeff J, but I think at some point Lamar is going to, within himself, I don't think he'll ever vocalize it. He's not one who's going to throw his teammates under the bus. But within himself, he's going to say, I need to see who's going to be able to make a play for me when I need it. And then you start looking at who was there for you. Who was that guy? Was it Mark Andrews? Has it been Mark Andrews?
Listen, I told y'all after that playoff game versus the Bills, watch how Lamar and Andrews get down. And this season was supposed to be the redemption arc for Mark Andrews. Starting
Yeah.
with game one back in Buffalo, this was supposed to be the way that the season that he redeemed himself and showed everybody he's still one of the top tight ends in the league. What did we get from him? We didn't get much.
No.
And
But
Lamar did not look his way like he normally did. I think Lamar has lost a lot of trust in Mark Andrews.
I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, I agree that Lamar didn't look his way, but then again, how much did Lamar look Isaiah Likely's way?
Well,
So a part of this, so what I'm saying is you cannot ignore, while there may be validity in your statement, you cannot ignore the fact that other than Zay Flowers, who did Lamar consider? Every now and again, maybe D Hop every blue moon.
Yeah, and some of that goes to the offensive coordinator
That's my point.
having belief in the player. So the quarterback and the
Right.
offensive coordinator have to have belief in that player. And I think
Mhm.
that they lost the belief. Like early in the season, Mark Andrews had some drops.
Yeah,
He had some drops, and
he
it's
did.
like, yeah, you're not the Mark Andrews that we saw that one All-Pro season. So they started effectively moving on from him. So
Yeah.
going forward, Lamar, if we do right by him and go out here and get George Pickens or somebody of that ilk, we ain't got to worry about Mark Andrews. Like, hey, you can be a good third down option.
Yeah.
You can come in the playoffs. We ain't got to worry about you. You'll be a decoy. Like that relationship to me is long gone. We should not have to rely on Mark Andrews to be Lamar Jackson's number one option in this offense. We shouldn't. So get him going. Get him going. We can take the cap. If the Eagles and the Rams can sign quarterbacks to $100 million contracts and trade them 2 years later and eat that enormous cap hit and both go to Super Bowls, we can trade him and move on and be just fine. We just have to have smart drafting. Bring in the right free agents to stop with this right player, right price mentality. Because during free agency, and this is going to tell me a lot, March 9th, the legal tampering period. When that legal tampering period starts, we start getting the rumors about who may sign here, who may sign there. Then on the 11th, when it actually can become official, it's going to tell me a lot because the Ravens waited around like they always do, like we do during the draft, to find out who's left over, to see who we can get so we can get that comp pick. Comp picks don't mean anything to us if they cannot come in and perform. If you're waiting for a third tier player to help you win a Super Bowl during the Super Bowl window, that is a problem. And with his job on the line, I think that he's going to make a splash. So when Lamar gets these weapons, we ain't worried about Mark Andrews.
No, and we do have a super chat. I want to get to it in a second, but I see a lot of people saying in the chat that Likely was injured and then so was Lamar. You're correct, but that they both weren't injured all season long. So even if you have to give Isaiah Likely a few games in the beginning of the season to kind of get back, ramp up, so to speak, and then obviously Lamar gets injured, what about the latter half of the season?
Two things. Being injured at different periods of time, it messes up your practice schedule. That's first and foremost. Secondly, is a stretch of games where he was starting to go to Likely, and Likely was letting the team down consistently. You start losing trust in people. And Lamar's getting to a point, you can see the frustration in his eyes. Like, here we go again. And if I start seeing you dropping balls, getting to the goal line, fumbling, I'm not going to go to you. That's why he goes to Zay a lot. Even though Zay drops balls, he makes plays. So there are a lot of mitigating factors that play into this narrative. But we'll see next season when we have a brand new offensive coordinator, a brand new scheme, hopefully the weapons to go alongside Zay, so we don't have to be Zay-centric in this offense. You know what I'm saying? That makes us kind of two-dimensional with Derrick Henry and Zay Flowers. And if you can't spread the ball around, teams can zone. And they can scheme to what you're going to do. And that's why we weren't as effective after the fourth game of the season once Lamar went down and things just went awry. So we'll see. Like there's a lot of hope for the 2026 season.
Yeah. Thank you, CES Jr. We appreciate the $10 donation. He writes, Doyle is going to do good things with Mark, Likely, and Kolar. Tight end development is his specialty. Hopefully, Mark actually performs when we need him to. Mark and Isaiah, 700 to 800 yards, 10 tutties each, plus each. Are we really keeping Mark? Are we really keeping Isaiah? And are we really keeping Charlie? I mean, we are obviously going to keep Charlie because he's still on his deal. You know,
he's a free agent.
He is a free agent. Yes, he is. I just mentioned that we need to keep him. Are we keeping all three of the tight ends?
No. Likely because Likely's going to command some money. And I know he's not had a 500-yard season, but you can see the potential there. You can see him step up in the playoffs. And we need plays in the playoffs, unlike Mark Andrews. He makes plays. What?
Calling people out their name, because stop it. And you just call people out of their names like this. It's terrible.
But so it's okay to call him Andrews? That's not his name. Mark Andrews. So yeah, I mean, that may be his specialty, but Mark's on the wrong side of 30, and you can see that his skills are diminished. The wear and tear on his body, the car accident, it's a lot of factors that play into Mark's demise. And just him not being good when we need him regular season, he's cool. I understand that. And a lot of people say, well, we couldn't have made it to the playoffs without Mark Andrews and his 11 touchdowns a couple seasons ago. Yeah, we could have, because those 11 touchdowns would have went somewhere else.
But I appreciate the donation, CES Junior. I just don't see us having all three of those tight ends. It'd be nice. It would be nice, but I just don't see it. I don't see it. Yeah. We definitely need to bring D-Hop back. That's my guy. Please bring him back and go get you a good wide receiver in the draft or free agency. Absolutely. Now, someone said earlier that the Cowboys need to franchise tag George Pickens. And I saw somewhere they said, if you franchise tag George Pickens, he's going to show you the definition of crash out. And I said, ooh, wee. Yeah.
I mean, but sometimes the franchise tags is a transition to give the team more time to negotiate a deal.
Sure.
But the Cowboys are unconventional. And Jerry Jones loves headlines more than he loves winning. Because nobody in their mind would have thought that they would have traded Micah Parsons. So there's a possibility and an opportunity for the Ravens to make right on what they did wrong. All those Ravens fans that told us we were stupid because we kept bringing up George Pickens over David Ojabo. How are we looking now? Your man had a half sack last season.
And your man is a free agent. Do we keep David Ojabo, Hendo?
For what?
Okay. All right. But then on the other side of that, you talk about, just a minute ago, you were saying he's on the wrong side of 30, talking about Mark Andrews.
Okay.
Well, the other free agent is Kyle Van Noy. Do we bring him back? Hello? You're not bringing back Ojabo. No. Are you bringing back the one who's on the wrong side of 30, or probably nearing the mark of 40 at this point? But
no, listen, injured Bo and Van Noy, they both can go. I thank Van Noy for his service. He did some amazing things.
He did.
Career highs 2 years in a row at his age. But last season with his 2 sacks and his injuries, we need better. I'm tired of going with okay and expecting more. We need to go out and get guys that can make plays. Now, Jesse is going to turn his defense around, and we don't need superstars. I think he can scheme people open just like Mike McDonald did. But I need one-on-one game records. I need guys, we saw it in the last 2 Super Bowls, that can get home with 4. Give me that one guy that can beat his man one-on-one. And Kyle Van Noy just isn't it. He's on the wrong side. He's, would it be 34, 35?
Somewhere in there.
Something like that this season. What is the point of re-signing him? I know he's not going to want a 1-year deal. He's going to want a multi-year deal. And I don't want to bring him back at 35, 36 years old and hope that he can still play. We need to get younger as a team. We did that with the coaching staff. Now let's do that with the players, some on defense, a lot on offense, and see where it goes. Adisa Isaac, like a lot of EDC's picks. It boggles my mind that he goes into every draft thinking that we need to draft 10 to 12 players every season, knowing that at least 3 or 4 of them are going to get cut. They're not going to make this team. So what was the point in drafting them in the first place? Then you draft out of positions we really don't need. We were talking about this before. We draft a whole bunch of edge rushers. Then we get edge rushers in free agency. What do we need right now, Yolanda? We need edge rushers. We draft cornerbacks all day long. We get free agents. What do we need right now? We need quarterback help. So EDC needs to get it right. I put my trust in them last season. I said, you know what? I'm going to drink the Kool-Aid and I'm going to follow everything and be positive about everything that they do. And he let me down. He did the exact same things that he did in seasons past. And I know for you guys that think defense wins championships, we've done that. We've had the number 1 defense in the NFL and we didn't win a championship. We had the number 3 defense in the NFL. We didn't win a championship. 2006, we had historically probably to me the best defense the NFL has ever seen. We didn't even win a playoff game. So take these older players, Send them out to pasture. Let them go to other teams, do what they need to do, and get some guys in here that can play.
I'm with you. I am absolutely with you, Jeff J. Bring back 99. Bring back my guy Odafe Owe. That's what you do. You start there. There you go. You start there. Don't do it. Don't do it. Corey says keep Kyle Van Noy. I'm agreeing with you. I think you keep Kyle Van Noy, but he is not a starter. You keep him for depth. But again, Hendo, if he says I want a multi-year deal, then no. In that respect, no, that's probably not going to work. But if he'll take a team-friendly 1-year deal and you keep him as a rotational piece, a backup in case there's an injury, in case we need to, sub somebody and bring him in, fine. But he's not your starter. No. We do have another super chat. You guys are just showing so much love tonight. We do appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you from CES Jr. Thank you for the $2 donation. He writes, Ravens being Ravens will get DJ Moore or Ayuk.
No, to Ayuk. That man's a walking meme. That man got paid. It's like, fooled you.
He's better than any other wide receivers we have on this team right now, except for, hold on. Okay. Other than Zafe, I don't know.
No, he's not. The man's coming off an injury.
Right.
And quit on his team. That is the worst thing that you can do in the NFL.
Yeah.
Quit on your team.
Yeah.
Just because you got paid. Nah.
Yeah, that's bad. Certainly that. Dre Dog, don't say that. Nah to Odafe. Look, don't say that. Because how many sacks did our team get this season? How many sacks
30?
did Odafe get when he went over to the Chargers?
7.5.
How many did he have in the postseason? That one postseason game, playoff game?
3.
Don't say no to Odafe. Don't be so quick to say no to Odafe. I would say no to Odafe if we still had Zach Orr. If we still had Zach Orr, I would say, no, there's no point. There's no point. And he said, what did he say? Bye to this pod. Well, take care. God bless you on your journey.
Thanks.
But good point. Bateman quit too. Dre Dog said
he quit on many a route. What's up, Kendrick?
Kendrick Foster, thank you for the super chat. Kedrick. Did I add an N to his name? I did. I think I added an N to your name. My mistake. My bad. But Kedrick, thank you for the $2 donation. He writes, do we draft an edge rusher at 14? I'm glad you asked that. I'm so glad you asked that question. I am doing a mock draft on Friday at 8 p.m.
Oh, word?
You got to come back to Ravens Talk with Yolanda Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You will see my first ever mock draft. But Hendo, so I'll reserve my response until Friday. But Hendo, do we draft an edge rusher at 14?
Well, just like you, I did a video that I'm probably going to release tomorrow, my first mock draft of the season. And spoiler alert, no, we do not draft an edge rusher at 14.
Yeah. spoiler alert.
We do not. We've done that. We've done the edge rusher thing. Some of the guys that they want to go after are projects, and they may potentially be those guys that we need. But the most important thing to me is protecting your quarterback. Protect your quarterback. Like, once again, we saw the Seattle Seahawks with a bunch of guys that a lot of people don't know get home and sack Drake May 6 times. Should have been a 7, but the last one was an interception. They should have had the record. But we watched them with the right defensive scheme just have guys that are really good get to the quarterback. There's no need to go out there and get an edge rush. We can sign one in free agency. Like, there's still Trey Hendrickson. Like, there are guys that we can get and bring in to do that. Yeah. I just think that we need to protect Lamar at all costs, because even in 2019, when he had an outstanding offensive line and no wide receivers, even Hollywood at that time was coming off an injury, he won a unanimous MVP. So you protect Lamar, in my opinion, at all costs.
Yeah.
And like Farrah said, this year's draft class is a bit meh. Like, if people have players that they like, and I understand that. And I talked about Peter Woods and people trying to say I didn't say he was not going to be good. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the man had 2 sacks. And to take him at 14, hoping with the potential that he has, that he's going to transform and be something. We need our rookies to come in and start year 1 and make an impact year 1. I don't need Peter Woods to come in here and make an impact in year 3, because we don't know where this team is going to be at that point. I need somebody that can come in and protect Lamar right now if we don't go out in free agency and get the people that we need to on this offensive line.
Yeah, Crystal Johnson, thank you for being here. Hi, Yolanda. I love your videos. Quick question. Thank you. Thank you. Do you think the Ravens could get the defense back to the way they had it in the 2000s? I think it's going to be hard to replicate that. I do. When you're talking about defensive players like we had in 2000, I don't know that you're going to get it that good again. It'll be really tough to duplicate that. But that said, we should be able to, with the talent that we have, we should be able to get it close to what the Baltimore Ravens defense was back in the 2000s. It might not be identical, but it should certainly feel that type of dominance should be the kind of feeling that you walk away from every time you watch a football game when the Baltimore Ravens defense is on the field. Great question. What do you think, Hendo?
You will never see anything like that again.
Yeah.
And not because teams won't be able to put together a collection of talent like that. You will never see that because the game is not played in the exact same way. Back then, teams were running teams, and we shut down the run. And the quarterback play was a little bit suspect back there. And especially with the rules, because the NFL now wants to see scoring. They want excitement. They want to keep the fans engaged in the games. And with these rules, you can't do the same things that you could do now that you could do back then. So you'll never see a defense like that again. And 2006 was an even better defense than 2000. If you really look at it.
Yeah. Ty said, Jose said in his mock draft that he was able to trade 2 second-round picks for Jettas.
I mean,
2 second rounds for Justin Jefferson?
It depends on the player that you give up.
I'll take him at his word. He said he was able to do it. I don't know. It would be lovely to have Justin Jefferson. If we could get Jettas here, that'd be great. I don't see 2 second rounders coming.
I'll give up 2 first rounders for him. I don't care.
2
first rounders? I give him 2 first rounders, Rashad Bateman.
Would you give Mark Andrews up? Never mind. Don't even worry about it.
What?
Would you include my question is, and this is for everybody in the chat, if you could bring in Justin Jefferson, but you had to give up a first round, maybe a second round, maybe 2 first rounds, and Mark Andrews, would you do it?
Listen.
2 first rounds and Mark Andrews.
I would give up Mark Andrews, 2 first rounders, and work a 4th job just to ensure that he's off the team.
Yeah.
Anything to get him gone and rid ourselves of this nonsense.
I'm coming back to your comment, Corey, because that's a really good one. Thank you, Kedrick Foster. I said it right this time.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for the $5 donation. Thank you. He says, yeah, and enough of those sleeper, injured, high upside, second round picks we've seen in the past. Interestingly enough, if we keep it as is, I think right now we have maybe 1 or 2 second rounders, but we have a lot of 5th rounders. I think we have 4 5th rounders. How has EDC done historically in drafting 5th round or later? Okay, so right. We have 1 first round. Is it 1 or 2? I think it's just 14. 2 second rounds.
1 for second round. We got a 1 and 2. We have a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, 4 fifths, and 2 7ths.
Yeah, well, we have a lot of later round picks this year. Now, that kind of concerns me as it stands, because if we know anything about EDC, yeah, he's going to want some more draft picks.
Nah, this is splash year though. This is splash year. He got to make a splash. And I know there's a sector of fans. I know there's a sector of fans that want him to trade back and collect more picks.
Collect more picks.
My thing is, normally, in the normal circumstances, what happens when you get later in the draft? You get worse talent.
Well, you get worse talent.
So why would I want to go back, get worse talent, and then have a guy that has proven he's not that great at drafting? Okay, how you feel about the guys? He's not that great at drafting. He's had some guys that are good, but for the number of picks that he's had since 2019, he's had the most draft picks by far of any general manager. What have they done? So I don't need him. I don't need him getting more picks. I need him trading up, getting blue chip prospects that we know can play and contribute immediately. We don't know how much time we have left with Lamar Jackson. That is my biggest thing. We've already wasted 8 years. We don't know how much more of his prime we have left. So I can't foresee us bringing in a guy hoping over the next 3 years that he develops into something. If you don't see the guy that you want, trade that first rounder for a veteran that you know can come in and get it done. That's just my opinion.
Facts. First, bait, and mark. Wow. Yeah, I get it. But I'm just hesitant to adopt it. I would do it, sure. But I don't think EDC, again, hopefully he is outnumbered this year. Hopefully EDC is like, man, I can't do it, things the way I used to. It's a difference. Hopefully he recognized kind of like the spotlight is on me. I got to figure this thing out.
Mhm.
Okay. But here's my question, and I'm going to get to you, CES Jr. Here's my question. If the Ravens had to make a splash in free agency, you can only choose one. You could either have a wide receiver or you could have an offensive lineman, a guard, a tackle, whichever one you want. Which one do you pick? Only one. I'm not saying, and I know what you're going to say, Hendo. Why I got to choose? Why I can't have both? I want both. Why you got to have this mentality where you're going to have this or that? Which one do you get? In free agency right now, do you get not George Pickens, do you get Jettas? Or do you go and get a proven veteran guard to protect Lamar?
We talking Jettas? I'm getting Jettas all day long. I would love the offensive lineman, but I think that having Ledford as the coach, I think that he can help develop Emory Jones. We can maybe do something with Carson Vincent. We can get somebody at number 14 in the draft and improve the guard position immediately. And for me to have a game changer like that, somebody who has made Sam Darnold look good, for a spell made J.J. McCarthy look good, made Kirk Cousins still look like he was an all-pro, somebody that is quarterback proof at the wide receiver position, somebody that commands double teams. And now guess what? Zay Flowers can just run free throughout the field. And whatever tight end that we deploy outside of Mark Andrews, it opens up the middle of the field. So for me, I'll take Jettas all day long. Now, if it was another wide receiver, I might lean toward offensive lineman. But you want to take the best wide receiver in the NFL?
Oh, right.
You got it. For me, you got to go for it.
That's a tough question. I don't even know if I have the answer because I'm pulled in both directions. I'm like, you don't let go. If you have an opportunity to get Justin Jefferson, you go get him. But I know how bad this offensive line is. And yeah, you can take offensive lineman, a guard in the draft, but you don't know how he's going to produce. He has no resume in the NFL, and I don't want to hear about how great he was in college because we heard that about Voorhees before he got injured.
I mean, he was injured in college, so
I understand that, but I'm
saying
saying
he stayed true to form.
But my point is, protection for Lamar Jackson has not been there. Do we say, all right, we can bring in Justin Jefferson? Does Lamar need a Justin Jefferson? Or does Lamar need an offensive lineman? You can give, me personally, I think you can give Lamar even a middle of the road or slightly above middle of the road wide receiver. And Lamar can make something happen out of that. You give him a Justin Jefferson, that's icing on the cake. That's like, oh man, every Christmas wish just came true. But is it a need? He needs to have somebody protect him.
Yeah, and I feel you. We can develop offensive linemen. We can't develop Justin Jefferson type wide receivers.
Who? Wait. Maybe now that Warhop is gone, maybe your statement will be true, but we don't know that just yet.
Oh, I know that. I've seen Ledford. He can coach. He's a great offensive lineman coach. He's a great running game coordinator. So for that, even like you said, if he gets the offensive lineman to the middle of the pack, we're good. You cannot find any wide receiver that the Ravens have coached up to be on that level. As great as Zay is right now, I think that has more to say about Zay than it does this coaching staff. All the wide receivers the Ravens have picked throughout the years.
Yeah.
And all we can say is Zay, Torrey Smith, homegrown. Like, no, you can't develop the best wide receiver in the NFL. You can't develop that type talent.
Yeah.
But you can develop and grow offensive linemen like we have done. We pick offensive linemen in the 4th, 5th rounds who've gone on to sign big contracts with other teams. We've never done it with a wide receiver, so I got to go with wide receiver.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. Like, I'd love to have Justin Jefferson. I saw someone in here who said Justin Jefferson is not a free agent. Yeah, no, he's not, but he's surely disgruntled. So, you know, when you're unhappy and the price and somebody else is speaking your language,
and then you have to look at the fact of
trades can happen.
They're paying him a lot of money. And the Vikings know he's the best wide receiver in the league. They've seen it up close and personal. But more importantly, they know they don't have the quarterback. They're going to bring in a new general manager that's like, why would we pay him a lot of money to be the star of the league, but we're not winning games? He may be more valuable to us as a trade option to bring in pieces, and then we can go get a quarterback and do something else and be better off holistically as a whole than we would just him going out here getting 1,800 yards a season. So it's not to say that he's on the block and they would want to get rid of him, but you are wasting his career with JJ McCarthy as the quarterback.
Yeah, but we talk about wasting careers. We just did the same thing with our franchise quarterback, but you know, I move on. CES Jr., thank you for coming back with another donation, a $2 donation. He writes, for a guaranteed baller, the answer is yes. You get rid of Mark Andrews? I think that was the question. Let's catch up on some of these super chats because I see them coming in and I want to make sure that I get through all of them. Thank you, Jose Hopkins. Thank you for the $10 super chat. We appreciate the support. He writes, rather, if we had Nnamdi Madubuike next year or not, we still need to draft defensive tackles so we can have extra bodies in the rotation. Absolutely, we do, Jose. That's facts.
And but to your point, Nnamdi Madubuike was a 3rd round pick, so that we don't need to be at 14 to get him some help. They've throughout the Ravens organization history, they've found defensive players that have had big impacts in the later rounds. They've struggled more on the offensive side picking people after the 2nd round than they have defensively. So even if they use their 2nd round pick, spoiler alert to my mock draft, if they use a 2nd round pick on a defender, that's cool. I just think when you pick at 14, you have to get a bona fide stud that could come in and play now. I don't want to hear at the end of the season, he's a rookie. He's a top 14 pick. I don't want to hear he was a rookie. We brought him in at 14 for a reason, to contribute during this Super Bowl window. But yes, we do need defensive line help. Broderick Washington, he's probably going to get cut. We can't keep bringing back Brent Urban and hoping that he can. We can't keep bringing that dude back, hoping he's going to contribute to this team. I'm sorry, let that man go somewhere and sign a long-term deal. And
we cut him. We cut him. We re-sign him. I'm telling you, Brent Urban gonna be back. Y'all watch what I'm saying. Watch what I say. Thank you, Ernest Buren, for the $2 donation. We appreciate the support. He writes, what would it take to get a 2nd first-round pick?
It depends. It depends on how high you're going up. But 4th, 5th round picks would be a starter, maybe the 3rd, a player, and possibly a 2nd in 2027, depending on the player. That could possibly get it done.
I don't know.
It just depends on the team.
And it depends on the team and what their needs are.
Yeah. I mean, if you need a high quality tight end,
don't you start it. I knew you were going there.
Franchise leader. If you need somebody that's leading in all statistical categories.
And how does he do in the playoffs?
Shh.
Oh, you know.
Shh. We don't air our dirty secrets.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that.
But it's an opportunity. It's a possibility. We haven't seen that for a very long time. I don't know if Eric DeCosta is capable of doing these type things, because he loves his draft picks like he loves his kids. He feels like the more swings of bat he has, the more that he's going to be able to hit a home run. And he just hasn't done it yet. My thing is just, you have to try something different. If it hasn't been working for you for 8 seasons, you need to do things a little bit differently just to find out if it works. If we go offense this entire offseason and it doesn't work, I'll shut my mouth. But you have to try it at least once. We can't keep allotting everything to this defense and hoping that they shut down all of these teams and just piecemeal together an offensive line and weapons around Lamar and say, you know what, Lamar's going to get it done. We don't need for Lamar to get it done, because we've seen lesser quarterbacks a few days ago win a Super Bowl with talent around him. Look what Sam Darnold threw for 202 yards. Missed a lot of open throws. Jackson Smith and Jigba did not play for most of the game, but the team collectively around him.
Yeah.
Mike McDonald said, you know what? This is what's working. This is what I'm going to stick with. He stuck with Kenneth Walker. It worked. He stayed with it. They got in field goal range. He didn't say, I'm going to go for fourth down or a stupid 2-point conversion. I'm just going to kick these field goals and let's see where my defense takes us. So, it's a lot of things.
I'm going to send a shout out to a couple of other people I see joining us. Raven C, thank you for being here. LBHT is here. Make sure you go subscribe to both Raven C, LBHT. I also saw Big Reg in here trolling, said he'd keep Bateman over. I think Jet. I don't remember who it was. He said he'd keep Bateman over somebody else, and I'm like, Reg over here trolling. But make sure you go subscribe to Big Reg's channel as well. CES Jr., thank you for coming back with another $2 donation. We appreciate it. He writes, if he's that good, keep Falele and Voorhees. Hendo, he makes a point. You said you've heard how good he is in developing talent and what he can do for an offensive line. And somebody, before you answer, Hendo, somebody did say that in one of my live streams. They said maybe Falele and Voorhees will be much more, I guess, better improved this year with new coaching.
That is 100% facts. Like you could teach technique. Falele plays over his feet too much. Like he's off balance a lot. What you can't teach is spatial awareness. Like you can't teach somebody, if it's a guy in front of you, block him. Don't turn to the side. You can't teach stop falling on the ground. Now he is that good, but why would you want to go into a situation where you're starting at ground zero and have to build them up? Why can't you start at a 7 and try to get to a 10? It's like having a master chef. He's a master chef, but if he doesn't have the ingredients to make that meal, it doesn't make a difference what he puts together. It's still going to be crap. These two guys are crap. So why would we want to start at the bottom of the barrel and say, hey, coach, work your way up with these guys and let's see where we can go? Some guys just can't be taught. And I'm not saying that that's these two. Some guys just can't be taught. They have tendencies that they've learned throughout their career that they can't overcome. Voorhees can't stop from being injured. He just can't do it. He has not done it in high school. He's not done it in college. He's not done it in the NFL. Falele, he can't stop from oogling his quarterback, like just staring at him doing plays like, hey, brother, I love you. You're the best. Like he can't
turn around.
Right. I'm going to make a video of that with that song, Turn Around Bright Eyes.
Don't. I'm with you, Latanya. I want to see Huntley back. I do too. Definitely want to see Tyler Huntley. You want to, keep frowning your face like this.
Somebody said he's going with Monken to Cleveland.
No, let Cooper Rush go with Monken. Let Cooper Rush take Cooper
Rush is still under contract.
That's okay. We just talked about Justin Jefferson being under contract, and you had all manner of reason why that could work. So, hello. Okay, thank you. You can't just pick and choose. Oh, he under contract. So is Justin Jefferson. Oh, okay. Jerome, thank you. Jerome Bigby, we appreciate the $5 super chat.
New daddy.
What'd you say?
New daddy. He's a new daddy. Congratulations.
Oh, congratulations, Jerome. Congratulations on being a new dad. What about Garrett Wilson? He's put up 1,000 yards with inconsistent QB play. He would go off with Lamar and won't cost as much as Justin Jefferson. That's what I was saying. Would I love to have Justin Jefferson? Absolutely. So I don't want you to say, well, we said we don't need Justin Jefferson. That's not what I said. Nope.
All right.
I say Justin Jefferson is an absolute luxury.
Right.
It'd be great to have Justin.
Right.
But because Lamar is so good, I don't think he needs a Justin. You bring him in, and if you can get him, great, wonderful. But I think, just like you mentioned, Lamar Jackson would do fantastic with even A- wide receivers. May not be that A+ like Justin, but you can still do a lot, and you can accomplish a lot with someone like a Garrett Wilson.
All right. Garrett Wilson, I would love it. Listen, anything is an upgrade over Bateman, and I would take that trade. But for me right now, the way that I feel about this organization, I don't care about cost. Cost means nothing to me now. I've been told for years, this ain't Madden. Stop acting like you playing a Madden game can make these moves. What have the Rams been doing? What have the Eagles been doing? They've been playing Madden in real life. They make moves, they sign guys. Somehow they free up this money that nobody else seems to have. The Ravens definitely don't seem to have it. So as much as cost goes, what is the price for a Super Bowl? What is the price for Lamar's legacy winning a Super Bowl? To me, there is no price for this. So go out and get who you can. If JJ's not available, go get Garrett Wilson. Go get George Pickens. Go get somebody that is effectively going to make this team better. I do not care about the cost. The Rams, for all that they've been through, for all the guys that they've signed $100 million contracts, guys retired, they took on dead cap hits. They have $93 million in cap space right now with all that they've done. They moved on from Jared Goff, signing him to over $100 million contract, traded for Matthew Stafford. They gave him $100 million contract.
That makes no sense.
So the cost to me means nothing. This is just something, a narrative that the Ravens have pushed to the fan base for the reason that they have not made moves in the past. Miss me with that. Get who you can. If Garrett Wilson's available, cool, get him. If not, go with the guy that can help us win a Super Bowl. I do not care about anything else but winning the Super Bowl over these next 2 seasons.
Asmodeus, don't cheer him on. Don't encourage Hendo to do some cringe. Listen,
now and then I
no, that's terrible. That's awful. Hey, Raven C, why you trolling? He said, who needs Justin Jefferson? Who needs an AJ Wilson? I mean, an AJ or Wilson. We have an all-time leading franchise tight end in Mark Andrews.
Who got it better than us? Everybody. But the Browns and the Jets and the Raiders.
Well, the Raiders, hold on. Here's why the Raiders I didn't say, but listen, the Raiders, I don't think that they're going to keep Max Crosby and they're going to dangle that over some franchises. They're going to get, I'm telling you, I feel like Max Crosby is going to be out the door. Come over to Baltimore, but I'm just saying. You've
been banging that drum for months.
I know. I didn't say he's coming to the.
I know. But
I'm just saying.
That's your wish list. I know.
Yeah. Max Crosby, Odafe. CS Jr. Thank you for the $2 donation. We appreciate you. He writes, just being petty. We need guards over everything. Ain't that the whole truth? That's what we need. That's what we need. But Voorhees needs to go back to Crystal Lake. Oh,
get back in that water.
Bateman is not the answer, Big Red. You trolling. He's not. Oh, he said the Raiders have it better than us because they have KPK, Caillou, whatever.
Kelly.
Whoever. Thanks, Hendo. See what you do? Got salt and people. Stop it. Yeah, I saw it earlier. I think it was Nana Rave, and now Kai says the same thing. We need to re-sign Linderbaum. Absolutely. I think Big Woke said it too. That needs to be priority number one after we get something worked out with Lamar. Thank you, Asmodeus. Thank you for the $2 donation. We do appreciate you. Thanks for the support. He writes, my problem. Look at the top 5 paid players.
No, I don't want to.
Why?
I don't want to.
More than half of them are trash.
Facts. I don't want to say trash. See, this is the thing. They did not play up to par. I won't call them trash. I call them garbage. But
that's
a lot of
thing.
It's French. It's French, so it's fancy.
Noah Way is not still trash. Stop it. Stop it.
A lot of it had to do with coaching. So we'll see this season coaching.
Yeah.
We'll see how much that pays.
Bateman is the answer to what? To somebody else's problem? I mean, I don't know.
No, the trade package.
That's not what he was saying.
What's up, Rave Kingdom?
Hey, Rave Kingdom. Thanks for hanging out with us. Kelly Blue Book. Thank you, Kamal. That's what it is. Look, family, it's been we've been hanging out for 45 minutes.
Somebody gotta go to sleep.
I'm like, oh, Lord, this is longer than 45 minutes. This is an hour. 15 minutes. I know. I'm like, has it been 45? No, we see.
But don't worry. We'll be back. Myself and Jose will be back at 6:15 tomorrow morning with Jose and Hendo in the morning.
Yeah.
Flockafella. I like that. Flockafella.
Flockafella. That's cute. Like God bless. God bless you.
And then come Flock from the Block. Two of the best names.
It is. I love Flock from the Block. Hopefully Tez and LaJonte get developed and step it up next season.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about the doghouse.
Yeah. But there's no more doghouse anymore. But when are we going to stop having players that we just have to constantly develop? We appreciate you too. Thank you. Wait, Big Woke said it's only been 10 minutes.
10 minutes for what?
when I was saying we've been on this show.
10 minutes for my bedtime. You gosh darn
I
right.
know. It's late. I have to go to bed. But yeah. Tez Walker, LaJonte. Let's hope so. Thank you, CES Junior. You are just really showing out tonight. We do appreciate you. He writes, plan to send 20 here. This is the last 2. We appreciate it.
Indeed.
We do. It means a lot. Thank you. Jared Green, we see you.
You ain't
We
never
see
late.
you. Nope, right on time. You're right on time.
But we about to get out of here.
That's right on time. That's right on time. We got Anthony Levine as special teams coach. Is he still here?
Mm-hmm.
He stayed?
Yep. I ain't worried about special teams coach. I ain't worried about that.
I know, but our special teams just didn't look all that special.
If we do what we need to do offensively and defensively, I ain't worried.
Yeah, Scrap, I know you always have to develop players, but then some players just come in and have a natural instinct for the game, and it's less development that's required. Where are those guys?
You sound feisty on that one.
I'm just saying. Sometimes, yes, you saying like, oh, okay, well, you always got to develop players. Yeah, everybody needs coaching. That's why you have coaches. I get it. But sometimes you get a player that's just like, wow, they're really good. You hone their craft. You do that. You make them better than what they are, but they're starting out with not just being, I'm a project. I'd like to see us get some of those guys. Yeah.
Listen, we have 355 people still in here.
Wow.
Make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new to this channel. And make sure to go over to Ravensflock with Yolanda and subscribe to her. She is 3 subscribers away. Like, we got goals over here. I'm trying to hit 10K before the season starts. If possible.
Definitely.
If possible. If not, it is what it is.
Hendo, last question. What's one free agent that we have that you, not obvious ones, that you would be kind of disappointed if we didn't keep him?
Jordan Psych.
We had to go here.
Draymond Jones. Now, for me, Draymond was a breath of fresh air. And it's not even for him, all about the numbers. He definitely can get to the quarterback. He can cause pressures. But for me, it's about the mentality. He showed an edge to him. He started coming in here and playing like a Raven. We need to change that mentality because we have not played like a Raven for many a season. And I think we need those dogs in here. We need the guys with a chip on their shoulder. We need guys barking back at the other team so they know when you come to Baltimore, it's going to be a problem. We had the worst season at home in franchise history. The worst season at home. So that means the mystique of M&T Bank Stadium is gone. We need to bring that back because if we want to win a division, if we want the number 1 seed in the AFC, it all starts with winning at home. And we need guys like that. So I think that Draymond is one of those underrated free agents. If I had to pick somebody on offense, it would be Keaton Mitchell. He's a restricted free agent. And he's a home run hitter. He's a change of pace back. We don't know what's going to go on with Justice Hill. He was injured. Don't know if they're going to maybe cut him to save some money. We know Rasheed Ali ain't that dude. So
you have to say it like that.
We just know he ain't that dude. So I think Keaton Mitchell is a guy that we should bring back. He's not going to cost a lot of money, but at his price point, he can effectively change the game just on one play.
Yeah, it's a toss up for me between Draymond, definitely on defense, but on offense, I'm leaning toward Likely. I'll be really disheartened if we don't bring back Likely.
Really? That's going to be kind of hard because if the Ravens were to offer him a contract, it's only so much that they could offer him before you start going into absurdity. But you have teams like possibly the Giants, teams like the Chiefs. You have teams that are tight end dependent that need somebody that can make plays. And if they offer him 15, 16, 18 million a year, the Ravens are not going to match that price point.
Yeah,
so it's more than likely, unless he gives us a hometown discount and wants to be here and grow with Lamar, because after the season, Mark Andrews is gone and this will be his team in the tight end room. If that happens, he could come back, but I can't see them paying 2 tight ends 13 plus per season.
I know, but I just want Likely back. And our famous troll, paying the troll toll, Rakib. Thank you. This guy. Thank you for the $5 super chat. We appreciate your support, I guess. He writes, I would like to congratulate you guys on developing Mike McDonald and letting him go to win a Super Bowl. And he also adds to that fun fact, my team has never won a Super Bowl. Thank you so much for that.
What? The Bills have never won a Super Bowl? Didn't they go to 4 straight?
Did they go to the Super Bowl this year? Oh, wait, no. That was last year. Oh, no, maybe it was the year before last. Okay, no, okay, it had to have been 4 years, 3 or 4 years.
10 years ago.
No, hold on, wait.
15 years ago.
We're gonna getting close. We're getting close.
We'll figure this out.
Yeah, we have to go look that up. That's one of those things that's very deep in the history books. Anyway, family, thank you. We appreciate you all for joining. Thanks for hanging out with us. Yeah, we do. We need Likely back. That would be my disappointment. If we don't bring Likely back, I'm gonna be really, really disappointed. I'm trying to prepare myself because I just really feel like we're not gonna bring him back. But anyway, family, make sure you come by tomorrow morning on your way to work, whether you're on your way into the office, whether you are going to the gym, working out, whatever you're doing, come by tomorrow morning. Jose and Hendo, 6:15 a.m.
Maybe
Eastern,
a special guest.
And maybe a special guest. You just never know. There might be a special guest. So make sure
later, and then later I'm putting out that mock draft. So y'all can say, oh, we need some defense.
Oh, okay. All right. So now you heard it here first. Tomorrow, later that afternoon, or maybe that evening, Hendo will have his mock draft video. And come by on Friday, hang out with me, where I will do my first mock draft. You just don't know if you put me in the role of GM, what you're going to get. You're not going to get a project, I can tell you that. Anyway.
Dafe Owe Jr.
No, you won't. I know, Antoine. I know. I have a feeling. You're right. Likely is going to be gone, but I'm still going to be disappointed.
877 cash now.
Stop it. We need 10 more likes before we get out of here. Do me a favor. Hit the like button. Wherever you are watching, hit the like button. We need 10 more likes. We appreciate you guys. Thank you, family. We will see you all very soon. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe and take care of each other.
Indeed. Go Flock.